Have you ever wondered if it's possible to turn lead into gold, or to discover a universal elixir that grants eternal life? These tantalizing questions have tickled the curiosity of many, drawing them towards the enigmatic field of alchemy. Alchemy, shrouded in mystery and often misunderstood, has been a subject of fascination for centuries. It's a field that's been both revered and ridiculed, a realm where the known laws of science seem to blend with the inexplicable elements of myth and mysticism. The allure of alchemy lies not only in its promise of material wealth, but also in the spiritual transformation it symbolizes. It's the pursuit of the impossible, the quest for understanding the universe's deepest secrets. It's about the desire to transcend the mundane and reach for the divine. So, are you ready to venture into this captivating world? Join us as we delve into the intriguing world of alchemy, a realm where science, myth, and mysticism intersect. The story of alchemy begins in ancient times in a world far removed from our own. This world was ancient Egypt, where the first seeds of alchemical thought were sown over 2,000 years ago. These early Egyptians had a deep understanding of metallurgy and mysticism, which they combined to form the basis of alchemy. Among the many figures who shaped the course of alchemy, perhaps none is more influential than the mythical Hermes Trismegistus. This legendary figure was believed to be the author of the Emerald Tablet, a foundational text in the Western alchemical tradition. The tablet's cryptic phrases such as above, so below, hint at the profound connection alchemists saw between the earthly and the divine, the material and the spiritual. From Egypt, the flame of alchemy was carried to ancient Greece, where it was nurtured and refined by philosophers and mystics. In this new environment, alchemical thought evolved, incorporating elements of Greek philosophy and mysticism. As the centuries rolled on, alchemy traveled eastward, reaching the Islamic world. Here it was embraced by scholars who made significant contributions to the field. They translated Greek and Egyptian texts, preserved them, and added their insights. Their works, in turn, were translated into Latin, serving as a bridge to carry alchemy into Europe. In Europe, alchemy found fertile ground in the minds and hearts of the Middle Ages. It was a time when the lines between science, magic, and religion were blurred, and alchemy, with its blend of practical knowledge and spiritual quest, fit right in. European alchemists pursued the elusive goals of the philosopher's stone and the elixir of life, symbols of transformation and enlightenment. And so, the story of alchemy weaves its way through history, threading through civilizations and cultures, taking on new forms and meanings. It's a journey that carries us from the banks of the Nile, through the academies of Greece, across the deserts of the Islamic world, and into the laboratories of medieval Europe. As we travel further into the Middle Ages, alchemy evolves, becoming more mystical and secretive. And as we'll see, this is only the beginning of the fascinating tale of alchemy. In the Middle Ages, alchemy was no mere hobby. It was a matter of life and death, heaven and hell. During this period, alchemy took on a new dimension as it became deeply intertwined with religion and mysticism. It was more than just the quest to turn base metals into gold. It was the pursuit of divine wisdom and ultimate truth. One key figure in the development of alchemical thought during the Middle Ages was Albertus Magnus, a Dominican friar and bishop. Hailed as one of the greatest German philosophers and theologians of the Middle Ages, Albertus Magnus was fascinated by the natural world and the mysteries it held. He wrote extensively on alchemy, and his writings were instrumental in shaping the understanding and practice of alchemy during this period. Another influential figure was the English philosopher and Franciscan friar, Roger Bacon. Bacon was a firm believer in the experimental method, and is often considered one of the earliest advocates of modern scientific methodology. His work in alchemy, however, was deeply rooted in the spiritual and mystical traditions of the time. At the heart of Middle Ages alchemy was the quest for the philosopher's stone and the elixir of life. The philosopher's stone, a legendary substance, was believed to be capable of turning base metals into gold or silver. But it was much more than that. It was also seen as a spiritual metaphor, a symbol of perfection, enlightenment, and heavenly bliss. The elixir of life, on the other hand, was thought to grant the drinker eternal life, or at least prolonged youth. Just like the philosopher's stone, the elixir of life was more than a physical substance. It represented the pursuit of ultimate knowledge and the conquest of death itself. As the Middle Ages gave way to the Renaissance, the world of alchemy would once again transform. This time, however, it would begin to take on a form more familiar to us today, laying the groundwork for the birth of modern science. With the advent of the Renaissance, alchemy would once again transform. this time into something more familiar to us today. The Renaissance, a time of rebirth and discovery, also marked a turning point for alchemy. This period witnessed the transition of alchemy from a mystical pursuit to a more systematic and empirical discipline, laying the groundwork for modern chemistry. As the Renaissance bloomed, so too did alchemy. It began to shed its secretive and cryptic nature, transforming into a more open and collaborative field. This shift was largely driven by key figures such as Paracelsus and Robert Boyle. Paracelsus, a Swiss physician and alchemist, was a pioneer in medical alchemy. His revolutionary approach blended alchemical practices with medical knowledge, leading to significant advancements in pharmacology. Paracelsus believed that the secrets of health and longevity were encoded in the universe and that through alchemical processes, these secrets could be unlocked. Meanwhile, Robert Boyle, an Irish natural philosopher, is often hailed as the father of modern chemistry. He rejected the mystical aspects of alchemy, focusing instead on experimentation and observation. Boyle's law, which describes the inverse relationship between the pressure and volume of a gas, is a cornerstone of modern physics and chemistry. Yet, even as alchemy moved towards more scientific practices, the fascination with its mystical elements endured. The dream of turning base metals into gold remained a tantalizing goal. Alchemists of the time, despite their scientific progress, were still drawn to this elusive transformation, a testament to the captivating allure of alchemy. As we move into the modern era, the legacy of alchemy continues to influence our world in surprising ways. Its blend of science, mythology, and mysticism has left an indelible imprint on our understanding of the natural world. The pursuit of knowledge, the quest for transformation, and the allure of the unknown. These are the enduring gifts of alchemy. Even though we no longer attempt to turn lead into gold, the legacy of alchemy is still with us today. This ancient practice, often shrouded in mysticism and secrecy, has left its mark in numerous ways, some of which might surprise you. The influence of alchemy on modern chemistry is undeniable. Alchemists were among the first to conduct experiments in laboratory-like settings, and their quest to understand the nature of matter laid the groundwork for today's chemical science. They discovered and experimented with various substances, from mercury to sulfur, and developed techniques still used in laboratories, such as distillation and sublimation. But the legacy of alchemy extends beyond the realm of science. It has also had a profound influence on literature and art, serving as a rich source of inspiration. From Ben Jonson's satirical play The Alchemist in the 17th century, to more recent works like Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist, stories of transformation and the search for the philosopher's stone continue to captivate audiences. Art too has been enriched by alchemical symbolism, with images of the alchemist's lab, the philosopher's stone, and the transmutation of metals appearing in works from the Middle Ages to modern art installations. In popular culture, alchemy has found a home in fantasy novels, video games, and movies, where it often represents a blend of science and magic, a way to manipulate the natural world that blurs the line between reality and the supernatural. And let's not forget the enduring fascination with alchemy itself. The idea of turning base metals into gold, of discovering an elixir of life, still captures our imagination, even if we know it's not scientifically possible. This fascination speaks to our desire for transformation, for understanding the mysteries of the universe, and for achieving the seemingly impossible. So the next time you marvel at a chemical reaction or enjoy a story about magic and mysticism, remember the ancient art of alchemy that paved the way. From ancient Egypt to the modern laboratory, the journey of alchemy is a fascinating one. We've traversed through time, unraveling the early beginnings of alchemy, its roots deeply embedded in the sand dunes of Egypt, where it was more than a science, it was a spiritual quest. We've followed its evolution through the Middle Ages, a period marked by a fusion of scientific exploration and mysticism, where alchemists were seen both as scholars and sorcerers. This was a time when the quest to turn base metals into gold was not just about wealth, but a metaphorical pursuit of enlightenment. We've seen how alchemy set the stage for the birth of modern science during the Renaissance, its principles and practices paving the way for the development of chemistry. And finally, we've explored the enduring legacy of alchemy, how it continues to captivate our imaginations, influencing literature, art, and even our understanding of the universe. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of alchemy. We hope it has sparked your curiosity and inspired you to delve deeper into the mysteries of the past.